A researcher's AI generated 50,000 attack hypotheses and found genuinely new hacking techniques on its own. Stick around, the finale, an AI running its own dev team, shipping to production. A researcher fed an AI 138 RFC documents, split into 15,000 fragments, and had it generate 50,000 attack hypotheses. Tested against 30,000 live websites, it found genuinely new HTTP attack classes, not known bugs, new techniques. The AI innovates fast. A human still has to confirm each find is real, not noise. Story 2. A supply chain worm called Chaintro is spreading through NPM right now. It hides in Visual Studio Code config files instead of package code, and it's already infected 444 packages. If your team pulls NPM packages without checking IDE configs, you could already be compromised. Story 3. Security researchers tested AI agents against manipulation attempts, prompts designed to trick them into doing something they shouldn't. 92% fell for it. That's not a model quality problem. That's a category problem. You can't patch your way out of an agent that trusts everything it reads. Story 4. Rumor said DeepSeek V4 Pro secretly runs 3 different models. It's one model. Minimal 2-tool setup scores 99. The full 25-tool setup scores 91. The gap comes from RL training locked to 1 tool set. Your production config is quietly capping your model's ceiling. Story 5. Qwen 3.827b has a speed setting off by default. Flip on multi-token prediction. Throughput jumps from 60 to 167 tokens per second. Same hardware, completely free. Inference tools name it differently, and llama.cpp silently broke old configs renaming the flag. Check your setup, free speed might be sitting in used. Story 6. Teams optimizing AI context found full conversation history beats summarizing it. 95% recall versus 32%. Prompt caching makes reused tokens 50 times cheaper, and DeepSeek came in 10 times cheaper than Gemini for the same job. The fix everyone reaches for first, summarization, is often the wrong one. Story 7. Stripe just bought OpenRouter, the API router that lets you swap between AI models with one line of code, for $7 billion. OpenRouter's valuation rose more than 5x in just 82 days. Payment companies are now racing to own the layer that decides which AI model your app talks to. Story 8. A new report puts AI-driven cyberattack success rates at 88%. That's why a startup called Korma just raised $60 million to build a defensive AI security model, betting that only AI can move fast enough to keep up with AI attackers. If your defense is still human speed, you're already behind. Story 9. MCP servers, the connectors that plug AI agents into your company's tools, often store their settings in plain text. That means a prompt injection attack can trick the agent into reading its own config file and leaking API keys straight out. If you're running MCP in production, encrypt those config files today. Story 10. The one to remember. One team built a dark factory. AI agents pick up issues from a tracker and ship pull requests. No human touching code. It's live, company-wide, running 30% faster every week, and the CEO used it to push a production database migration. Code review just became a job. Quick recap. AI found new HTTP attacks. Chaintro worm hit 444 NPM packages. AI agents fooled 92%. DeepSeek's 3 models rumor was a config trick. Quintupled speed free. Full context beat summaries. Stripe bought OpenRouter for $7 billion. AI attacks exceed 88%. MCP servers leak secrets in plain text. A dark factory ships code with 0 humans. The line between who writes code and who reviews it is disappearing fast. Subscribe and ring the bell. 5 minutes a day, learn 10 times faster.